Okay, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
We are present here today for the pre-bidding conference for civil works under invitation to bid number 2024-008 and invitation to bid 2025-014. This pre-bid activity is in accordance to Republic Act 12009 or the new Government Procurement Act. We are live via YouTube in compliance to Section 38 of IIR of RE 12009. Video recording of all procurement-related conference for the competitive bidding to enhance the transparency of the procurement process. And in accordance to the Department Order Number 6, Series of 2024. This conference will discuss, clarify, and explain the eligibility requirements and the technical and financial components of the procurement projects, including the questions and clarifications raised by the prospective bidders. Before we proceed, may we request the Secretariat for a roll call and include the acknowledgement of the guests present.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Our attendees for today's activity, pre-bid conference for civil works for Davao de Oro 2nd District Engineering Office. We have here the back members, starting with our Vice Chairperson, Engineer Jeffrey C. Saman.
Present.
Regular member, Engineer Leslie T. Gudito.
Present.
Provisional members, we have Engineer Lorna Dilvin
Present.
and Engineer Ernesto D. Terro Jr.
Present.
From the back secretariat headed by Engineer Arthur Noel Aylor.
Present.
Back secretariat member, Ms. Gerlie D. Ligarde.
Present.
From the back DWG headed by Engineer Dave Herzl G. Callen.
Present.
PWG members, we have Engineer Orly Anthony A. Terek,
Present.
Engineer Maylando M. Apolinaria,
Present.
and we also have here representative from Planning and Design Section, Engineer Sarah Jane M. Thomas.
Present.
And we also have here our prospective bidders from APO General Construction, Sir Roy Jones Losterio. From RS Cipian Construction and Tracking, Sir Edsel De La Sena. From Maverick Builders Incorporated, Ma'am Cathy May Turbido. From Monolithic Construction and Concrete Products Incorporated, Ma'am Christy Quizon. From Lexal Construction Corporation, we have Sir Jandy De La Saza, Ma'am Diodin Caballero.
Present.
And from LSD Construction and Supplies, we have Sir Marvin Albarazin. From Roem Builders and Construction Supply, Ma'am Claudine Mejia. And we would also like to acknowledge our viewers via YouTube. Good morning and welcome. That will be all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Since the majority of the back members are present, I hereby declare a quorum and call this meeting in order. We have the preset agenda for this activity. Agenda 1. Brief presentation, explanation of the following. A. Basic contract data, which include contract description, EBC, duration, other project details. B. Requirements of bidding documents, which includes instruction to bidders, general condition of contract, special condition of contract, specifications, drawings, bill of quantities, and GPPB standard forms for RE 12009. C. Documents to be submitted by the bidders. 1. Technical component of the bid, which includes valid and updated PhilJEPS, Certificate of Registration, Platinum Membership, pickup license and registration, Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts. Single largest completed contract is LCC. Net Financial Contracting Capacity, NFCC, computation and statement of total assets and liabilities. Joint venture agreement, if applicable. Bid security. Minimum material testing equipment as per Department Order 11 Series of 2017. Project requirements, which includes organizational chart for the contract, list of contractors' key personnel, list of major equipment, omnibus sworn statement. Sworn disclosure of relations and declaration of beneficial ownership. Number 2, financial component of the bid, which includes bid form, bid prices and the bill of quantities, detailed estimates including summary sheet indicating unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. And the last is the cash flow by quarter. Letter D, criteria and procedure for eligibility check, primary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, status of ongoing projects and award. Number 2, questions, comments from the bidders, and replies of BAC and other representatives of procuring entity. Number 3, other matters, which includes Section 99, imposition of suspension of the IRR of RA 12009. Section 100, imposition of blacklisting of the IRR of RA 12009. Department Order number 227, Series of 2024. Department Order number 110, Series of 2024. Department Order number 241, Series of 2024. Number 4, summary of proceedings, including supplemental and bid bulletins to be issued. Any motion to adopt this agenda?
I move to adopt the present agenda.
I second the motion.
It has been moved by Engineer Robin and seconded by Leslie Godito, Engineer Godito. With no objection, the motion to adopt this agenda is hereby approved. First order of the business is the explanation of basic contract data, including contract description, ABC, and duration. This will be represented to us by Engineer Tomas and Engineer Apolinaria. From the Planning and Design section, we go first the 2025-0014.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
For our item number 1, name of contract, construction of road, Monkayo, Boston Road, Monkayo section, Davao de Oro. Contract ID number is 25LI0093. Location is Davao de Oro. Scope of work, construction of steel sheet piles with abutment ground anchors. Station 0 plus 029.28 to Station 0 plus 134 equal to 143 square meters. Installation of erosion control mat type 5 from Station 0 plus 029.28 to Station 0 plus 134 equal to 1,627 square meters. Construction of retaining wall stone masonry from Station 0 plus 024 to Station 0 plus 134 equal to 330 square meters. reconstruction of concrete road with 280 mm thick PCCP, Station 0 plus 014 to Station 0 plus 134 equal to 120 meters. Construction of concrete curb and gutter with sidewalk, installation of metal guardrails, application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, and construction of minor drainage structures. For approved budget for the contract, 96,500,000 pesos. Source of fund is FY 2025 GAA CSSP CPAC. Contract duration is 232 calendar days, including 63 unworkable days. Size range is medium A. License category is B. Cost of bid documents is 50,000. And for item number 2, name of contract, construction of road, Barangay Tandik, Maragusan, Davao de Oro. Contract ID number is 25LI0094. Location is Davao de Oro. Scope of works, concreting, width equal to 6.1 meters. Thickness is 230 mm. Station 0 to Station 0 plus 605 equal to 605 meters for Section 1. And Station 0 plus 9006 to Station 2 plus 338 equal to 1,432 meters for Section 2. Station 2 plus 670 to Station 3 plus 298 equal to 628 meters for Section 3. Roadway excavation, construction of slope protection from Station 1 plus 150 to Station 3 plus 280 equal to 955.29 meters. Left side and right side intermittent section. Construction of RCBC, construction of concrete line canal and other minor drainage structure, application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. Approved budget for the contract is 96,500,000 pesos. Source of fund, FY 2025 GAA-CSSP-CPAC. Contract duration is 311 calendar days, including 74 unworkable days. Size range is medium A. License category is B, and cost of B documents is 50,000. Item number 3, name of contract, construction of road, phase 3, Barangay Awao, Monkayo, Davao de Oro. Contract ID number is 25LI0095. Location is Davao de Oro. Scope of works, concreting, width equal to 6.1 meters. Thickness is 230 mm. From Station 0 to Station 4 plus 186.085 equal to 4,186.085 meters for Section 1. Station 4 plus 230.155 to Station 4 plus 515.07 equal to 284.915 meters for Section 2. Paved shoulder is 150 mm thick. Roadway excavation, installation of steel sheet pile protection equal to 1,737.12 square meters. Construction of slope protection grouted riprap equal to 782.5 square meters. Construction of concrete line canal and other minor drainage structure. Installation of metal guardrails including concrete post with metal beam and piece. Installation of hazard markers, chevron signs. Application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. For approved budget for the contract equal to 144,750,000 pesos. Source of fund, FY 2025 GAA-CSSP-CPAC. Contract duration is 228 calendar days, including 52 unworkable days. Size range, medium A. License category is B. Cost of pre-documents is 50,000. For item number 4, name of contract, Preventive Maintenance of Road, Asphalt Overlay, Benigno S. Aquino Jr. National Highway, kilometer 1597.271 to kilometer 1598 plus 235, kilometer 1608 plus 660 to kilometer 1611 plus 095, kilometer 1611 plus 162 to kilometer 1612 plus 095, kilometer 1612 plus 135 to kilometer 1613 plus 540, kilometer 1613 plus 700 to kilometer 1615 plus 500, kilometer 1615 plus 690 to kilometer 1616 plus 104. Contract ID number is 25LI0096. Location is Davao de Oro. Scope of works, asphalt overlay 50 mm thick, kilometer 1597 plus 271 to kilometer 1597 plus 366 as per Arbia, kilometer 1597 plus 200 to kilometer 1597 plus 292 equal to 92 meters as per plan, lane 1, lane 4 for section 1. Kilometer 1597 plus 366 to kilometer 1598 plus 235 as per Arbia, and kilometer 1597 plus 292 to kilometer 1598 plus 106 equal to 814 meters as per plan. Lane 1, Lane 2, Lane 3, Lane 4, Section 1. Kilometer 1608 plus 660 to kilometer 1611 plus 097 as per Arbia. Kilometer 1608 plus 666 to kilometer 1611 plus 085 equal to 2,419 meters as per plan. Lane 1, Lane 4 for Section 2. Kilometer 1611 plus 16162 to kilometer 1612 plus 095 as per Arbia. Kilometer 1611 plus 150 to kilometer 1612 plus 095 equal to 945 meters as per plan for Lane 1 and Lane 4 Section 3. Kilometer 1612 plus 135 to kilometer 1613 plus 540 as per plan. Kilometer 1612 plus 135 to kilometer 1613 plus 546 equal to 1,411 meters as per plan. Lane 1, Lane 4 for Section 4. Kilometer 1613 plus 700 to kilometer 1615 plus 500 as per Arbia. Kilometer 1613 plus 706. Kilometer 1614 plus 506 equal to 800 meters as per plan. Lane 1, Lane 4 for Section 5. Kilometer 1615 plus 690 to kilometer 1615 plus 778 as per Arbia. Kilometer 1614 plus 665 to kilometer 1614 plus 753 equal to 88 meters as per plan. Lane 1, Lane 4 for Section 6. Kilometer 1615 plus 778 to kilometer 1616 plus 104 as per Arbia. Kilometer 1614 plus 753 to kilometer 1615 plus 100 equal to 347 meters as per plan. Lane 1, Lane 2, Lane 3, Lane 4 for Section 6. And also application of concrete joint sealant. Approved budget for the contract is 120,625,000 pesos. Source of fund is FY 2025 DAA-001. Contract duration is 147 calendar days, including 33 unworkable days. Size range is medium A. License category is B, and cost of bid documents is 50,000. For item number 5, name of contract, preventive maintenance of road, asphalt overlay, Nabunturan, Maragusan Road, Davao de Oro, K1441 plus negative 908 to K1441 plus negative 468, K1443 plus 897 to K1445 plus 013. Contract ID number is 25LI0097. Location is Davao de Oro. Scope of works, asphalt overlay, 50 mm thick. Kilometer 1441 plus negative 908 to kilometer 1441 plus negative 468 as per RBIA. Kilometer 1440 plus 092. Kilometer 1440 plus 532 equal to 440 meters as per plan. Lane 1, Lane 2 for Section 1. Kilometer 1443 plus 897 to kilometer 1445 plus 013 as per RBIA. Kilometer 1443 plus 880 to kilometer 1444 plus 942 equal to 1,062 meters as per plan. Lane 1, Lane 2, Lane 3, Lane 4 for Section 2. Also, application of concrete joint sealant, application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement coatings, and installation of road signs. Approved budget for the contract is 39,613,250 pesos. Source of fund is FY 2025 GAA-001. Contract duration is 99 calendar days, including 25 unworkable days. Size range is medium A. License category is B. Cost of B documents is 25,000 pesos. For item number 6, name of contract, road widening, Nabunturan Maragusan Road, K1463 plus 819 to K1465 plus 000. Contract ID number is 25LI0098. Location is Davao de Oro. Scope of works, concreting of additional 2 lanes, 2 into 4 lanes, 280 mm thick. Existing width is 6.7 meters. With additional 2 lanes, total width is 13.4 meters. K1463 plus 819 to K1465 plus 000 as per RBIA. K1463 plus 803 to K1464 plus 932 equal to 1,129 meters as per plan. Paved shoulder is 150 mm thick. Roadway excavation, removal of structures and obstruction, construction of retaining wall stone masonry, construction of RCBC 6 meters by 3 meters by 6 meters, extend 3 meters on both sides. Construction of slope protection, construction of concrete line canal and other minor drainage structure, installation of metal guardrails including concrete posts with metal beam and piece, application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. Our approved budget for the contract is 49 million pesos. Source of fund is FY 2025 GAA-001. Contract duration is 194 calendar days, including 44 unworkable days. Size range is medium A. License category is B. And cost of bid documents is 25,000. That's all, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Thomas. Now we proceed to invitation to bid 2024-028.
Good morning, Mr. Vice Chair.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. And for the first project, The name of contract is construction of two-story 6CL New Albay Elementary School, Maragusan, Davao de Oro, with a contract ID number of 24LI0141. The location of the project is within Davao de Oro, and the scope of works is construction of complete two-story 6-classroom school building, which includes steel casement, window at rear portion, with security grills for the front GLC windows, fire protection system, overhead tank, cistern, and hand washing facilities. The design wind speed of the building is 340 kph. And the approved budget for this contract is 21,732,507 pesos and 93 cents. And the source of fund is BFF CY 2024. The duration of project is 140 calendar days, including 23 unworkable days. The size range is small b, license category is C and D, and the cost of B documents is 25,000 pesos. For the second project, the name of contract is construction of 2 units, 2-story 6CL Muñoz Elementary School, Monkayo, Davao de Oro. The contract ID number is 24LI0142, and it is located within Davao de Oro. The scope of works is construction of complete 2 units of 2-story 6-classroom school building, which includes steel casement window at rear portion, with security grills for the front GLC windows, fire protection system, overhead tank, cistern, and hand washing facilities. Also, the design wind speed is 340 kph. The approved budget for this contract is 46,350,990 pesos and 19 cents. The source of fund is BFF CY 2024, with a contract duration of 280 calendar days, including 46 unworkable days. The size range is small b, license category is C and D, and the cost of B documents is 25,000 pesos. And for the third project, the name of contract is construction of 2-story 6CL Tubo-Tubo Elementary School, Monkayo, Davao de Oro. The contract ID number is 24LI0143 and located within Davao de Oro. And the scope of works is construction of complete 2-story 6-classroom school building, which includes steel casement window at rear portion, with security grills for the front GLC windows, fire protection system, overhead tank, cistern, and hand washing facilities. Also, the design wind speed is 340 kph. The approved budget for this contract is 21,868,471 pesos and 57 cents. The source of fund is also BFF CY 2024, and the contract duration is 140 calendar days, including 23 unworkable days. The size range is small b, license category is C and D, and the cost of the documents is 25,000 pesos. That's all, Mr. Vice Chair.
Thank you for your explanation of the projects to be procured by the interested bidders. Next in order of the business is a brief explanation of the requirements of bidding documents. This will be presented to by Engineer Lord.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
To participate and qualify in our procurement activity, interested bidders are encouraged to read the following documents. Number 1, the instruction to bidders. Number 2, bid data sheet. Number 3, general conditions of the contract. Number 4, special condition of the contract. 5, bill of quantities. 6, drawings and specifications. 7, securities and other forms as may be required for the contract. Bidders are strongly advised to read each provision, especially the instruction to bidders and general conditions of the contract, whose special instructions are clearly spelled out in the bid data sheet and special conditions of the contract, respectively. Bidders are also encouraged to check the bill of quantity so that your bid will be responsive to the requirements set forth in the bidding documents. These documents can be downloaded free of charge from the PhilGEPS and the DPWH websites. Interested bidders shall pay the applicable amount for the bidding documents not later than the submission of your bids. That's all, Mr. Vice Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Lord. Next to be presented are the documents to be submitted by the bidders, and this will be expounded to us by Ms. Ligardi.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
For the following documents should be included by the interested bidders and their bids. First, the technical component of the bid, which includes valid and updated PhilGEP certificate of registration, the Platinum pickup license and registration, statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, single largest completed contracts or the SLCC, net financial contracting capacity, the net CC computation, and statement of total assets and liabilities. Joint venture agreement if applicable. Eligibility documents to be updated, if any. Bid security, minimum material testing equipment as per DEO 11 series of 2017. The project requirements, organizational chart for the contract, list of contractors' key personnel, list of major equipment, the omnibus sworn statement in the prescribed format in accordance to the GPPB Resolution number 03/2025. And we also have the additional requirement, this is new, the sworn disclosure of relations and declaration of beneficial ownership. For the financial component of the bid, which includes the bid form in prescribed format in accordance to the GPPB Resolution number 03/2025, bid prices in the bill of quantities, detailed estimates including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid, and the cash flow by quarter. All of the above statements shall be include all information required in the PBDs prescribed by the GPPB. Please be reminded that the following documents, omnibus sworn statement, bid form, the bid securing declaration, if you opted to this type of bid security, should be in the standard format as per guidelines of the Government Procurement Policy Board in the resolution number 03/2025. And we may request you to kindly check the format of the documents you are using to avoid being declared non-responsive and pursuant for using the unprescribed format. Bidders should submit their documents in the two-envelope system. It is recommended to fasten the document on only at the topmost portion of the document rather than the soft bound or hard binding them. Each document must be clearly ear tagged and labeled with the name of the document rather than the number of or letter listed in the checklist. Kadalasan kasi yung mga bidders natin, nagsasubmit sila ng nag-ear tag sila, ginagamit nila checklist number. So we are requesting you to use the name of the document instead. There should be 3 copies, same 3 copies of the document. But the new one today, now we will be implementing the 2 original copies. 2 original copies and 1 copy, a photocopy. So total of 3. The first set of original documents consists the original copy of the technical component of the bid that should be placed in 1 envelope, and the original copy of the financial component of the bid that should be placed in a separate envelope. This envelope should be labeled as original copy of the technical component and original copy of the financial component, respectively. Both labeled envelopes should be sealed in one larger envelope labeled as original copies of the bid. The same sealing process applied to the remaining set of original copy and the copy 1. Finally, the 2 original copies and 1 copy 1 of the bid should be then placed in one final envelope and appropriately labeled accordingly to the instruction in the bidding documents. Bidders are encouraged to read Section 18 of the Instruction to Bidders, page 32, to fully understand the sealing and markings of the bid. Follow the checklist of the technical and financial documents required uploaded with the bidding documents for the contract to be bid out. Absence of any required document shall be considered as failure of the compliance of the required document, the non-compliance of the bid. May we request also to affix all initial on all pages of the bid document. The initial affirms the authenticity of the pages, that they are indeed part of the submitted bid documents. Submit your bids personally here in our office, or you may also have the option to submit your bids electronically. Preparation of the technical and financial documents of your bids are outlined in the Department Order number 87, Series of 2020. The sealing and markings of the bid is also outlined in the said Department Order. Interested bidders are advised to read this in case your choice is electronic submission. And you can submit the electronic bids to electronicbids_Davao de Oro 2 at DPWH.gov.ph. Please be reminded also that the key personnel should only occupy one position in the organizational chart. Duplication of functions of your personnel will be grounds for disqualifications pursuant to the principle of item number 6 under Department Order number 9, Series of 2012. Additionally, prospective bidders, key personnel shall submit copies of their valid and updated PRC licenses and or accreditations which is applicable. May request also to kindly include the tax identification numbers, since this will be used in the awarding of contract. Further, on your bid form and bill of quantities, we may request you to please write legibly. Also, if you are offering a discount on your bid form, please indicate specifically the methodology as to where or which pay item the discount will take effect. Absence of methodology, original amount will prevail. The discrepancies between bid prices in words and in figure, the words will prevail. Bids not addressing or providing, filling out all of the required items in the bidding documents, such as in the bill of quantities, the bid is considered non-responsive and is outright disqualified. The additional instruction on the purchase of bidding document is, if submitting through authorized representative, it must be accompanied by a notarized special power of attorney for the sole proprietorship. Board, partnership, joint venture agreement, joint venture resolution with secretary's certificate for corporation, partnership, or joint venture cooperative. All prospective bidders shall attach to the technical component of the bidding document a sworn disclosure of relations and declaration of beneficial ownership and general information sheet clearly identifying the natural persons who ultimately own, control, or benefit from the bidding entity. whether directly or indirectly through shareholding, voting rights, contractual arrangement, or other means of control. This requirement is in compliance to the Rule 15, Disclosure of Relations, Section 81 and Section 82 of the IRR of RA 12009. Prospective bidders have the option to download the sample form of the Disclosure of Relations and Declaration of Beneficial Ownership on the bidding documents, or provide a more specific and detailed forms. The back secretariat will be responsible for the failure of the back secretariat will not be responsible for the failure of the prospective bidders in paying the bidding documents on time before the bid drafting due to the late arrival and the delayed processing of the order of payment. Loss of the order of payments and the supporting documents already released issued is not the responsibility of the back secretariat. The authorized representative shall be required to present a valid government ID and a valid company ID. And may we request you to please always check your documents before submitting the same to our end to avoid the disqualification of your claims. That would be all, sir.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. To add, especially in accomplishing or filling out the BOQ, we opt to computerize the preparation of your BOQ. Please use font style Tahoma and font size 11. This is to make sure your proposal readable or legible. Also, in your detailed estimates or detailed cost estimates, kindly explicitly outline and or indicate the OCF, the profit, as well as the VAT. Since this would be essential during contract implementation, should there be a need for a variation order. We would also like to remind the bidders to one of these submit 3 names through email prior to the bidding date. However, only one of these 3 names will be able to enter our premises during the bidding activity. Additionally, bidders are requested to bring the hard copy of letter of intent to participate and purchase bid documents during the bidding date. However, only the signatory may cancel or revise duly signed letter. Next, in the order of business is the explanation of the criteria and procedure of eligibility check, preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, status of ongoing projects, and award. This will be discussed to us by Engineer Palin.
Good morning, Mr. Vice Chair.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. So, for the criteria for eligibility check are set forth in the Section 52 of the Implementing Rules and Regulations of RA 12009 and the Contract Profile based in Department Order Number 164 Series of 2025 or the revised guideline for the determination of major and similar categories of work. All prospective bidders should have a valid and updated Class A legal, technical, and financial documents and Class B documents if applicable. Preliminary examination of bids shall be conducted in compliance to Section 59 of the IRR of RA 12009. The BAC shall open the first bid envelopes in public to determine each bidder's compliance with the documents required to be submitted for the eligibility and technical requirements as prescribed in this IRR. After opening the first envelope, the back shall simultaneously conduct the electronic eligibility processing through the Civil Works application or the CWA, and preliminary examination of the technical components of the bid. If a bidder submitted the required document, it shall be rated passed for that particular requirement. In this regard, bids that fail to include any requirement or are incomplete or patently insufficient shall be considered as failed. Bidders who failed in the contract profile eligibility process or CPEP due to their outdated eligibility document in the Civil Works application or CWA shall undergo manual eligibility check based on the submitted eligibility documents. If found to be eligible and at the same time passed the preliminary examination of their technical proposal, their financial proposal will be open. However, the committee will conduct second electronic eligibility check after updating the eligibility records of the bidder through the contractor's profile application or through the procurement service of the central office of DPWH. Result of the latest electronic eligibility processing shall prevail over the manual eligibility evaluation. All open financial components of the bid shall also undergo preliminary examination. If passed, the committee will read the bid amount stated in the bid form. The BAC shall immediately conduct a detailed evaluation of all bids in accordance to Section 61 of the IRR of RA 12009 using non-discretionary criteria in considering the first, completeness of the bid, and second, the arithmetical corrections. Bids shall then be ranked in ascending order of their total calculated bid prices, as evaluated and corrected for computational errors to identify the lowest calculated bid, or the LCB. The lowest calculated bid shall undergo post-qualification in accordance to Section 63 of the IRR of RA 12009 in order to determine whether the bidder concerned complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions as specified in the bidding. If found to be responsive, the bidder will be declared the lowest or the single calculated and responsive bid and will be recommended for award of the contract. If found to be non-responsive, the committee will conduct a post-qualification to the next lowest calculated bid ranked during the bid evaluation stage. Also, the bidders with ongoing contracts should be reminded that the committee will verify if you have existing delayed contract as per Department Order number 127 series of 2018 or the strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing projects with the DPWH. If you have incurred negative slippage as defined in the said DEO or currently being imposed with liquidated damages, you should settle these findings before the period of post-qualification ends to avoid disqualification of your firm. Also, all requirements set forth in the bidding documents and instructions relayed during this conference should be addressed and be well taken care of to avoid disqualification or post-disqualification. The BAC, with the assistance of the equipment verification team, will be strict on the compliance of the equipment as part of post-qualification as per DO number 127 series of 2018. And as part of the post-qualification, the equipment verification team will conduct an inspection and verification of the equipment pledged by the bidder, including other documents to be evaluated. So that will be all, Mr. Vice Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Palin. We are now through with Agenda 1 and its subsection. We will proceed to Agenda 2. The questions, comments from the bidders, and replies of BAC and other representatives of procuring entity. Any questions, especially the representatives of or representative of prospective bidders? If you have a question, please, before you ask the question, please state your name and the company that you are representative. Okay? Is there any questions? Clarifications? Okay, if none, how about others? Question from
I'm Aquino Provido, sir, from Maverick Builders Incorporated. May question lang, sir, sa bid form ng good, sir. Just to clarify, pero nasagot na kasi siya kanina. Dito po sa the undersigned, the phrase, sir, I will read it, sir. The undersigned is authorized to submit the bid in behalf of, for example, I'm Maverick Builders Incorporated, as evidenced by the attached. It's stated here the state the written authority. So example, we are a corporate. Our company is a corporation. So what is the specific form that I'm going to attach or I'm going to state here, sir?
corporation?
State Corporated Authority, corporation po, yung board resolution.
Secretary.
Same din sa pag,
Attach na omnibus. Omnibus. Thank you, sir. Yun lang po.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Engineer Lord for the answering the questions.
Ay, sir.
Other?
For clarification lang po. Based sa DEO 12009, di pa po may mga bago po tayong forms na changes. If I'm not mistaken po, bidsing monolithic po. From monolithic, sorry. From monolithic construction po, Christy. Yung mga new forms po ng bid securing, the bid form of, di ba parang, at saka yung sa omnibus. And the one po, yung bago na disclosure of relation for beneficial. Nandun naman po siya sa, ano ma'am, sir, no, sa BDS na nilagay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Clarification lang po din ma'am yung sa forms. Yung sa sworn yung sa form ng sworn disclosure of relations and declaration of beneficial ownership, sample lang po yun yung nilagay namin.
Yes, sir.
Pero if you can provide more specific and detailed form, that's my enough.
Okay, sir. So, aside from the form po, we are, pwede din po namin ilagay yung GIS as support
Yes,
po
ma'am.
ng ano,
Naka-link po dito and general information.
general information sheet. Thank you, sir.
Okay. How about the one? Our viewers.
From
There is a question.
our live stream, sir, none so far.
Okay, since the live viewers have no questions, the final in the actual one. Is there any more questions before we proceed the other agenda? Okay, if there is no further questions, we will move to the other matters. The discussion of the following. Section 99, imposition of suspension of the IRR of RA 12009. Section 100, imposition of blacklisting of the IRR of RA 12009 as 12009, as well as the additional reminders and guidelines for the prospective bidders. Department Order Number 227, Series of 2024, Department Order number 110 series of 2024, Department Order number 241 series of 2024, which will be discussed to us by Engineer Robin. Engineer Robin, Engineer Gunito, and Engineer Tero. Okay? Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. Good morning, everyone. For Section 99, imposition of suspension. The Hope shall impose the penalty of suspension for 1 year for the first offense, and suspension for 2 years for the second offense, for any of the following offenses. 99.1 during the procurement. A. Causing the delay without justifiable cause of the screening for eligibility, opening of bids, evaluation and post-evaluation of bids, and awarding of contracts. B. Refusing to clarify or validate in writing its bid during post-qualification with a period of 7 calendar days from the receipt of the request for clarification. Letter C. Withdrawing a bid or refusing to accept an award, or refusing or failing to enter into contract with a procuring entity without justifiable cause after the approval of the Hope for having been the declared LCRB, NEARB, or NEARB, or HRRB as the case may be. B. Refusing or failing to post of the required performance security within the prescribed time. Or E. For the renewal of contract for regular and recurring services. Refusal of the service provider to accept the notice of renewal or failure to submit its updated documentary requirements for the renewal of contract without any justifiable reason. For 99.2, during contract implementation. A. Delivering goods with unsatisfactory or inferior quality as may be provided in the contract. B. Poor performance by the consultant. Poor performance shall be as follows. Number 1. Defective design resulting in substantial corrective works in design and or construction. Number 2. Failure to deliver critical output due to the fault or negligence of the consultant. Number 3. Specifying materials which are inappropriate, substandard, or way above acceptable standards. Or number 5. Allowing defective workmanship or work by winning bidders being supervised by the consultant. Letter C. Poor performance by winning bidder or unsatisfactory quality and or progress of work. Poor performance shall be as follows. Number 1. Negative slippage of 15% and above within the critical path of the project due entirely to the fault of or negligence of the winning bidders. Or number 2. Non-compliance of the material and workmanship with approved specification arising from the fault or negligence of the winning bidders. Moreover, the bid security or the performance security posted by the entity concerned shall also be forfeited.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good
For
morning.
Section 100, imposition of blacklisting. The Hope may impose the penalty of blacklisting consisting of 1 year prohibition for the first offense, or 2 years prohibition for the second offense for any of the following offenses. 100.1 During procurement or contract implementation. A. Commission of 3 or more of any of the acts imposed with suspension as provided under Section 99 of this IRR. B. The use of force, fraudulent, intimidations, coercions, undue influence or pressure on any member of the
or any officer or employee of the procuring entity to take a particular action for its own favor or gain or the advantage of a particular bidder. Or C, in case it is determined prima facie that the winning bidder has engaged before or during the implementation of the contract in the following unlawful deeds and behaviors relative to contract acquisition and implementation. 1. Corrupt, fraudulent, collusive, and coercive practices. 2. Drawing up or using forged documents. Or 3. Using adulterated materials, means, or methods, or engaging in production contrary to rules of science or trade. 100.2. During procurement. A. Collusion between two or more bidders and submitting different bids as if they were bona fide when they knew that one or more of them was so much higher than the other that it could not be honestly accepted and that the contract will surely be awarded to the prearranged lowest bid. B. Malicious submission of different bids through two or more persons, corporations, partnerships, or any other business entity in which it has interest to create the appearance of competition that does not in fact exist so as to be declared as the winning bidder. C. Entering into an agreement with other bidders which call upon one to refrain from bidding for procurement contracts or which call for withdrawal of bids already submitted or which are otherwise intended to secure an undue advantage to any of the bidders. D. Failure to faithfully disclose its relationship regardless of the time of its discovery with the hope members of the BAC, the TWG, and the BAC Secretariat, the head of the PMO or the end user or implementing unit, and the project consultants of the procuring entity or of the procurement agent, whichever is applicable, by consanguinity or affinity up to the third civil degree pursuant to Section 81 of this IRR. E. Submission of beneficial ownership information containing false entries. F. Using the name of another for purposes of participating in any procurement activity. G. Submission of eligibility requirements and bids containing false information or falsified documents or the concealment of such information that will materially alter the outcome of eligibility screening or any stage of the procurement. H. Unauthorized access of the contents of any bid submitted to the procuring entity before the opening of bids. I. Engaging in any documented and solicited attempt to unduly influence the outcome of the bidding. Or G. Employing schemes which stifle or suppress any procurement activity. 100.3. During contract implementation. A. Assigning or subcontracting the contract or any part thereof or substituting key personnel name in the proposal without prior written approval by the procuring entity. C. Willful or deliberate abandonment or non-performance to the project or contract by the winning bidder resulting in substantial breach thereof without lawful and or a just cause. Or C. Termination of the contract due to the default or unlawful acts of the supplier, contractor, or consultant. Moreover, the bid security or the performance security posted by the entity concerned shall also be forfeited.
Good morning, Sir. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
For additional important reminders, Department Order Number 227, Series of 2024. The suspension of Department Order Number 148, Series of 2024. In order to address the foreseen delay in the implementation of new infrastructure projects due to the unavailability of DPWH accredited project engineers who are currently assigned by contractors and consultants to ongoing projects, the implementation of Department Order Number 148 Series of 2024, which is the guidelines in the accreditation and assignment of contractors and consultants, project engineers, is hereby suspended until further notice. This directive to suspend the application of DO number 148 Series of 2024 shall not apply to the implementation and construction of buildings and bridges. Thus, for construction of buildings and bridges, accredited project engineers shall be assigned by contractors and or consultants. Nonetheless, the accreditation examination shall be continuously administered and all other activities relative to the aforesaid accreditation shall not be affected by this suspension. This department order supersedes any previous department orders, memoranda, and or instructions inconsistent with the foregoing and shall take effect immediately. Department Order Number 110 Series of 2024, which is the implementation of ISO 9001 2015 certification requirement for large A, medium B, and medium A contractors in the procurement of infrastructure projects of the department. The department shall now mandate ISO 9001-2015 certification as part of the project requirements for contractors involved in the procurement of infrastructure projects. This requirement applies to the bidders classified under the following Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board or PCAB size range and are participating in the department's procurement of infrastructure projects which approve budget for the contract ABC range for to it. PCAB size range large A, the allowable range of contract cost or ARCC is more than 300 million but less than 450 million. Takes effect January 1, 2025. For PCAB size range medium B, more than for allowable range of contract cost ARCC, more than 150 million but less than 300 million. Effectivity is on July 1, 2025. For PCAB size range medium A, allowable range of contract cost ARCC, more than 30 million but less than 150 million. Effectivity is January 1, 2026. Department Order Number 241 Series of 2024, which is the guidelines on the processing, approval, and reporting system of Construction Safety and Health Program, CSHP, for DPWH infrastructure projects. In line with the policies established by the Department of Public Works and Highways, DPWH, and the Department of Labor and Employment, DOLE, on the processing and approval of Construction Safety and Health Program, CSHP, for DPWH infrastructure projects. Herein are the guidelines for the preparation, submission, evaluation, and approval of CSHPs, including the corresponding reporting system for all DPWH implemented infrastructure projects. This department order aims to harmonize provision from various issuances related to the processing of the CSHPs for DPWH, particularly the Joint Memorandum of Agreement between the DPWH and DOLE as signed on October 7, 2024. The guidelines for the preparation, submission, evaluation, and approval of CSHP in the issuance of the Notice of Award, NOAA, or Letter of Acceptance, as for the case of foreign assisted projects, the head of the DPWH Implementing Office shall require the winning bidder to submit the approved CSHP using the template recommended by DOLE as a guide. The submission for approval of CSHP shall include the application form for the evaluation, processing, and other supporting documents as per DOLE's latest issued format and checklist of requirements in the application of CSHP. The DPWH Implementing Office shall only receive CSHP application with complete documents. Any incomplete applications shall not be received, specifying the lacking documents. The submitted CSHP and supporting documents shall be evaluated by qualified CSHP evaluators duly supervised by the Implementing Office CSHP focal person. It shall be evaluated based on the provisions of RA 11058 and its IRR and other related issuances of DOLE using the evaluation form prescribed by DOLE. If found in order, the CSHP focal person shall recommend the approval of the CSHP to the head of the implementing office. Else, the CSHP shall be immediately returned to the contractor citing specific deficiencies. The head of the implementing office, upon the recommendation of the CSHP focal person, shall approve the CSHP not later than 7 calendar days from the issuance of the notice of award to the contractor. The contractor shall submit the CSHP not later than 3 calendar days from the issuance of notice of award to give time for its evaluation and approval. The DPWH approved CSHP is a requirement for the processing and approval of the contract agreement. Moreover, no claims by the contractor, advance payment, or first progress billing shall be processed and paid without the submission of DPWH approved CSHP. The DPWH will only approve CSHPs through a form prescribed by the DOLE if found in order. The DPWH projects shall not be implemented without the approved construction safety and health program by the head of the DPWH implementing office. Upon the approval of the CSHP and during the contract setup, the implementing office assigned monitoring engineers shall input the data necessary in the CSHP module of the project and contract management application, or PCMA. That's all, Mr. Vice Chair.
Thank you. To all prospective bidders, please carefully read all instructions and ensure full compliance to avoid any violations that could result a penalty. And for a more detailed instruction and more comprehensive guidelines on the key reminders briefly mentioned, bidders are strongly encouraged to review the relevant department orders thoroughly. These documents are available for viewing and download on the DPWH website. Now, we will proceed to the last agenda, the summary proceedings, including supplemental bid bulletins to be issued, which will be presented to us by Engineer Robin.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair.
Thank you.
All the needed information were discussed and explained. I would like to remind the prospective bidders to visit from time to time to the DPWH and PELGEP's website, especially within the 7 calendar days prior to the deadline of the submission of bids. For supplemental or bid bulletin to be issued thereat, please also be reminded that the submission of the bids on or before December 4, 2025, 10 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. Bid opening shall be immediately right after the bid submission deadline. That's all, Mr. Vice Chair.
Okay, thank you. All of the business in the agenda were already taken into consideration. May I know the pleasure of the body?
I move to adjourn this conference.
I second the motion.
It has been moved by Engineer Godito and seconded by Engineer Tiro. With no objections, the motion to adjourn this conference is hereby approved. This conference is now adjourned. Thank you everyone for coming.